Hey guys, it's Ashley Ray from letstalkracestyle.com. Happy New Year. I'm coming at you guys with some straight hair action, which I never do. Again, Happy New Year for those of us who are in the western part of the world. We all know that our ancestors actually celebrated the New Year in March, but that's okay because we're going to celebrate then too. So let's get into it because there is so much to talk about. Okay. So I have my notes here. Let's talk about these domestic terrorists in the United States. So listen, we as in Black people have always known, the big difference between how Black people and white people are treated in America. And we always talk about, how they are, when I say they, I mean the government officials, government employees are forceful for no reason at Black Lives Matter protests. So then we have these people going to the Capitol fighting for what? I don't know, because I still don't understand why so many white people want to be oppressed so bad. But they go, I guess they went to the Capitol so that they could overturn the votes so that the Republicans wouldn't, lose the House and the election, which they did. I thought this was done already, but whatever the case may be. So they didn't just go to protest because, Americans have the right to protest. These fools are climbing the building. I heard that there was feces spread all about through the Capitol. So meaning somebody literally pooped in the hallway of the Capitol and smeared it all around. They totally trashed the building. And for what? And what? Not just for what, but what did the Capitol Police do? Well, a good majority of them did nothing. Another good majority of them let the people in, right? And then the other officers tried to do something. So there were 17 Capitol Police officers under investigation. Guess what? Guess what happened? One of them went home and killed themselves. I wonder why. You know why. Because he knew that he was going down for being in cahoots with these crazy ass people who decided to storm the Capitol. And I'm saying that they're crazy because there was no reason to do all that they did. You destroyed the place. You're in Nancy Pelosi's office, taking pictures. You looking for AOC. Like, this is crazy. And then we have, wait, let me rewind that. Because before this happened in DC, this happened in Michigan. People were protesting at our building in Lansing, demanding to speak to people and threatening people, right? So this happened, was that like 3 months ago? It was definitely before January. I'm going to say November-ish or something like that. So we can already see that this is going to be a problem. This was going to happen again. And it did. It happened really, really big in DC. And on top of that, from my understanding, Maxine Waters said that she had a conversation with the police for 4 hours about guaranteeing their safety and what needs to be done and what actions needs to be taken and all of those things. And yet and still, you know why? Because most of the time, which I've been saying since the beginning of time, and you can go to letstalkracestyle.com and dig up some old articles, or you can stay on YouTube or wherever you're viewing this video and look at some of my previous videos. Because more than likely, the police and the crazies at the Capitol are in cahoots. They're the same people. They're their friends. It's their family, etc. And that just proved, like, everything that happened proved that totally. So then we have people, oh God, help us. we have people saying that this was staged. It was fake. They were saying, oh, people didn't really do that. You believe everything the media says. Okay, so let's stop there, because I actually studied the media in college, and that's when I decided that I did not want to be a part of mainstream media. So I know exactly what the agenda of the news is, and that's why you have to be selective of where you get your information from. But personally, I have not watched the news in years, probably since 2007, something of that nature. However, what we do know for a fact, and this is where I get most of my information from, and I'm not even kidding, I either get it from Periscope, Twitter, or I'm always 1 to 2 degrees of separation from someone that's right in the mix. And that is one of the joys of being Ashley Ray. And that's why I can come to you with so many facts, because I've seen it myself, or I've actually talked to the people. So listen, you can check out anything that I say, but it's going to be facts, period. So anyway, out of all the years that I've been saying that I don't trust the media and you can't believe everything that you see, on TV, blah, 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 no one else was saying that. But you have these half Trump supporters or wannabe conservatives, especially these black people, this is mind-boggling. How are you a conservative? Anybody, not just black people, white people, whomever, if you are a regular, schmegular working person, it is not logical for you to be a conservative. I don't care if you believe in abortion or not. It does not matter. You should not be a conservative. And that just lets me know that you actually don't know what a conservative is and what their alignments are. Because if you don't have money, you can't be a part of that clique. What are you saying? Like, it makes no sense. Anyway, I think I just geared away from my point and I don't even remember. Oh, media. Okay, great. So, all the years that I've been saying that I don't trust the media, I don't believe the media, I don't believe anything that I see, these half Trump supporters and these people who think that they are conservatives or thinks that Trump gives a shit about them are talking about, you can't believe everything that you see on the news. Excuse me? No, I'm not. I'm believing what I'm viewing from someone's camera phone. Like, that's what I believe. This actually happened. It wasn't actors. This isn't Black Lives Matter. The government didn't send people in to infiltrate the storming of the Capitol. That's what they do to Black Lives Matter protests. When there's going to be a big protest, they'll send infiltrators in there. Same shit that they did with the Black Panthers. They'll send infiltrators in there to destroy things, to try to give government officials, police officers, National Guards, etc., reason to physically attack black people. That did not happen at the Capitol. You know why? Because those are their people. That's why. So if you don't believe the media, great. Don't believe the media. But believe what you saw that was recorded by somebody who was actually there. How about that? So don't try to play the media game now because you want to side with Donald Trump. Listen, go stay with Donald Trump. Hopefully he'll be in prison soon. So yes, go stay with him. But don't be out here confusing people. That's my thing. Because a lot of people are doing just that. You know, you want to fake like you're down for Trump, but oh no, I'm not down for Trump. I'm just saying that he blah, blah, blah. Shut up. Just shut up. Because you're not doing your part for the culture. But let me just be really clear with that. You think you are, you people think you are, but you're really not. You're not doing anything for the culture at all, but causing confusion to people that are younger than us. But that's why I always say never trust anyone's information but your own. And you can go ahead and backtrack that. Like I said, you can fact check me. That's cool. But at the end of the day, they did nothing. And when I say they, I mean government officials did nothing to these people who broke into the Capitol and did all of this craziness. And guess what? Donald Trump incited violence. He is the perpetrator for all of this. So now they have another one planned for every state. I believe it's supposed to take place on January 17th. And I think the inauguration is on the 20th, so that will be interesting. Meanwhile, as I've previously said, not in this video, but just online, this isn't black people's fight. Go ahead and let them do what they do. Sit back with your popcorn, honey, and watch. And just make sure that you have things to protect yourself, because history shows us that once, people go crazy with the government, they go crazy with each other, and then they start attacking us as in Black people. So just make sure that you can protect yourself, your home, and your family. And we do have the right to bear arms. So I feel like that's very important during this time to stress that. So they're just proving the point that we've always said. They're just proving it. They're laying it out for us. So just go ahead and watch, and we'll see what will happen on the 17th or at the inauguration, because I was having a conversation with someone, and we were talking about how we're a little nervous about the inauguration. We're nervous for Kamala, because what if someone, I don't know, I don't even want to say that like in a recording, but I am very concerned about how the inauguration is going to take place. And I think it would be great if they decided to change how they're going to do the inauguration just like at the last minute, so people can't prepare to be there, basically. I think that they should do it somewhere privately, but we'll see what's going to happen with these folks. I'm looking at my notes. Stay safe, y'all. That's all I have to say. Oh, and if you want to get a good laugh, go look at the no-fly list hashtag. It's literally the people who are on their way home, which reminds me of Anderson Cooper, who cracked me up because Anderson Cooper is so serious all the time. And when he was reporting, he's like, you know, and these people, they're going to go back after they're finished doing whatever at the Capitol. They're going to go back and eat at the Olive Garden and back to the Holiday Inn. And no one thought that was funny, but I cracked up because he's basically saying like they're going to go back to normal life. And no one, you know, no one's going to say anything or do anything about it, but it was hilarious. However, the no-fly list proves that they were pulling people off the airplane, stopping people at the gate like, no, you were at the Capitol building. You can't do that. And I saw some people discussing like, it's crazy how, you know, they can just put you on the no-fly list and you don't even know. It's crazy how you're just now realizing that the government can do that until it started happening to random white Americans who decided to go to the Capitol. By the way, the Capitol has its own Wi-Fi that connects, clink, clink. And there's this app called Parler, I guess, where they were like uploading their license and everything else. And the app showed where they were. And so the administrators of the app handed over all of their information to the government, and that's how they started getting people at the airport. So listen, when you do wrong things, eventually it's going to come back around to you. That's a promise. Whether you think you got away with something or not, this is what happens. Anyway, so the next topic is dreadful. Former Michigan Governor Snyder, who I want to say single-handedly poisoned the citizens of Flint, Michigan. He's a Republican. You know, everything was basically run by Republicans when he was in office, and they totally had his back and tried to make it seem like it was not his fault or that he was unaware, when there were clearly emails floating around between him and environmental department, basically. And they clearly stated that they warned him that this was a problem way before, you know, all of these people start getting sick and everything else, that they needed to be switched back onto the water system. But you know, he wanted to, this is how he sounds, and I hate to do this, but I like to do voices, and I cannot stand former Michigan Governor Snyder. You know, if I had known what was happening, I would have stopped it immediately. No, you wouldn't have. You know why? Because your best friend's wife runs, is it Ice Mountain? I think it's Ice Mountain Water Company. And you wanted people to buy water, like, and we were buying water. When I say we, I mean people in Michigan, people all over the world were sending water to Flint citizens, so they did not have to use the water that was coming out of their faucet. But can you imagine that? not being able to use the water in the faucet to brush your teeth, to cook. I don't use the water to cook anyway, but just still, at the end of the day, you should not be poisoned. They should have been on the same water system as Detroit citizens, which they had been for quite some time. So it was really crazy. It was heartbreaking. People miscarrying children, people being poisoned. Everybody was pretty much poisoned, but the after effects that this has on the body, like, are still being discovered right now. And finally, now that he has been out of office for some years, he is being charged, and I could not be more happy. I want him to go to prison. That's probably not going to happen. I want them to Kwame his ass, because he deserves 23 years, 25 years. That's what he deserves. He deserves to spend the rest of his natural life behind bars being Billy's boyfriend. I would very much so like that. But he's a white older male, and he has some coins, so that's probably not going to happen. But a girl could wish, can't she? So we'll keep you posted on what's going on with that. So anyway, those are the things that I wanted to talk about today. I'm going to try to get some more content out. I need to write a little bit more, but I've really been busy. And I have like 3 other things to do after this video. Oh my God, and it's 20 minutes. All right, you guys, that's it for me. It's your girl, Ashley Ray. Don't forget to visit letstalkraystyle.com. All of my videos can be found on there under the tab Ashley Ray TV. And any of my writings can be found on there. All right, you guys, be safe, protect yourselves. Remember, this isn't our fight. We're just gonna sit and watch what unfolds. All right, smooches.